why do you believe people have stopped the practice of arranged marriage in the West? Why do you think even the very concept of arranged marriage is so alien to current Catholic people?
Well, there are a lot of reasons. One of them is our concept of marriage has undergone several different changes. Our concept of humanity has undergone change. I mean, all of us today think of ourselves as atomistic individuals whose whole point in life is to be happy for ourselves. That's what we think we are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the whole point about arranged marriage was was for people who presumably knew better than the hormone-happy children themselves what would ultimately benefit not just the children in question, the two kids, but the families involved, the community, etc. That was the idea behind an arranged marriage. And if you were royalty, I mean, what was the biggest reason to marry your kid off to another royal? Well, really, to prevent war, so that your subjects and their subjects wouldn't be slaughtering each other.
Yeah.
Which was seen as a good.
I would think that's more important than any other considerations.
Well, you would. Today we just call it collateral damage when we murder tons of civilians.
Oh, okay.
So we're much more loving and forgiving people than our ancestors.
Of course.
You see, yeah, because we're wonderful and they weren't. But that was the thing, and of course, the higher your position in life, the more personal happiness you were expected to sacrifice.
Well, now that we don't have any power-hungry monarchs who just marry to gain more power...
oh, that's a comfort.
I mean, are you in favor of this? I mean, what do you think?
Well, look, there was a time when a lot of marriages were arranged, and we had a low divorce rate. Now, very few marriages are arranged, and divorce is out the spout. Now, am I saying there's a direct causal connection between the two? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I think of all the people I know who are married, they all chose their own spouses. And at the risk of sounding unkind, most of them didn't do a hell of a good job. Because their decision-making was based primarily on hormones, partly on emotions. Very few of them had in mind any other commonalities.
Wow.
Very few of them stopped to think, well, what kind of children are we going to have? What will they get out of the story? What will their benefit be? Few of them stopped to look at the mother of the prospective wife or the father of the prospective husband and say, this is what I'm probably marrying 20 years from now.
I see.
So we don't look at those things. Whereas our elders supposedly do. I say supposedly because it's important to remember that nothing in life is guaranteed and nothing is perfect. And marriage, I will tell you that I have known of some marriages that have been arranged even now that were very, very happy. I've known of some marriages that were strictly with people running into each other that have been very happy.
Mm-hmm.
But a huge proportion of any sort of marriage I know have, to a greater or lesser degree, been unhappy. Now, part of that is because you deal with two fallen people.
Right.
So, if you think that you personally are capable of making someone else completely happy, I think you're naive. Because surely no one else is going to make you completely happy. What makes you think you're going to make someone else completely happy? I think that with arranged marriages, the parents, the grandparents, whoever it might be, looking into a lot of different factors. What do you think the biggest single reason people break up is? What would you guess?
What would I guess? Well, I said on the other show, the reason people divorce is unmet expectations. Why people break up. You're talking about in courtship?
No, I'm talking about marriages.
Oh, well, unmet expectations.
True, but what are those expectations usually? There's one particular kind of expectation that doesn't get
Well,
met.
based on the last show, based on what you said, I would say cultural.
That's part of it. But actually, there's a bigger one that's much simpler.
What?
Money.
Money.
Nothing rips couples apart more than poverty.
Mm.
And it can do this in a number of different ways. You know, the wife's annoyed with the husband because he just isn't bringing in enough. She can't have children, she thinks, because of his job. Or she's making more money than he is.
Yeah.
And, you know, he feels castrated, starts cheating on her. I mean, these are all many, many different patterns, none of which, no one of which has to happen.
Yeah.
But the fact is they do happen. They're very common. In an arranged marriage, what's one of the biggest things that the arrangers look at is the prospects. Do you want your daughter to marry a man who can't support her?
Interesting.
Do you want your daughter to marry a man who's still in college and hasn't really begun his career yet?
I see.
Do you want your husband to marry a girl whose father left the family when they were 8?
Mm.
What sort of an idea of manhood is she going to have? See, these are all things that the couple will not take into account, but that parents or whomever will.
I see.
Now, having said that, you know, is that a practical thing to talk about at this stage? Probably not. Probably screwing it up all on our own is what we're condemned to.
Yeah.
But I think we probably should not simply look at arranged marriages as unmitigated ills. Because remember, an awful lot of the arranged marriages of the past are what produced us now.
Yeah. Well, you know, fallen judgment by the parents, fallen judgment by the couple.
Yeah. You know, the parents could very well make some mistakes, you know, in their judgments. God knows arranged marriages have produced some pretty weird results, but then again, they produce some very good ones. The problem is that there really is no set, perfect way of deciding these things.
Right.
Because it goes back to fallen nature. So,
What about one course of action? We just talk to other people and get other people's opinion
well, you
on
can.
certain things.
You can, but my experience, frankly, is that after a guy commits himself to the check, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks.
Well, that's true.
You know, and if he asks, he's only asking to have his opinion reinforced.
That's very true.
You know, if your pal says to you, "Isn't she great?" and you happen to know that there's some problems with this chick,
Yeah.
and you say, "Actually, you know, tell you the truth, I would think twice." You're halfway to ending the friendship.
Definitely.
So the answer is no. And when they get to that point, if he's already gotten engaged to her or is thinking about it,
Yeah.
that ship has sailed.
Okay. It's tough. It's
No.
a tough.
It's a tough place. It's a really marriage. You know, T.S. Eliot made a comment which I think is very, very true. He said, in his humble opinion, far fewer people should get married, and those who do should have far more children.
Wow. Okay.